Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW. Thank you, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner here, alongside
with the Sable here,
with another exciting episode of VSW. Tonight, we talk about the return of Top Rope Wrestling to Brockton, Massachusetts, live with fans.
The return of the famous WWF Hall of Famer, the man, the money man, Sidney Bacabella, opening things up.
He did. He had a very important announcement to make, and he opened that show. And, what a way, to be back with the fans. I could feel the excitement. It's been a long pandemic, and everybody was happy to be back at Top Rope. It was a very beautiful night, if I must say so myself.
Absolutely, Versace. Are you ready to read off the match card with me?
I sure am.
All right, you got victorious Justin Bieber lookalike BRG Brett Ryan Gosling versus the Toy Man, the face of Massachusetts indie wrestling, the good man, Teddy Goods, in a great opening match to start things off.
Two of my favorite all-time New England wrestlers right now. You got BRG. This kid is tremendous on the mic. He's tremendous in the ring. He's trained by Matt Tavern, Mike Bennett, two big superstars in the wrestling world and two amazing trainers. He has all the moves. You can tell he's also been working on his Randy Savage kind of moveset with those double axe handles off the top. I've seen him flying elbow. Definitely working on new movesets. Always improving. Always getting better. Amazing. You got the veteran, Teddy Goods.
And you got a tribute to Macho Man by both wrestlers.
Both of them, really. And one of the fans at that point.
Guy must have had an identity crisis. He was the Nature Boy a week prior at New England All-Star.
He was the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and then back from the dead, he was the Macho Man. Oh, yeah, Disabled Wolf. I tell you what, man, it was electrifying night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, the fans are great, and like I said, this was a great match to kick things off.
Poor BRG got harassed by the crowd, chanted, "You can't wrestle," in Justin Bieber.
And even Teddy Good said he didn't like Justin Bieber, but don't insult the man. What an insult to BRG. He just can't get a win in Top Rope.
Yeah, I thought BRG was going to steal one with the sleeper hold on to Teddy Goods.
I thought so, too. I thought maybe it would be a new year for him. After the pandemic, after everything that has happened, him coming back, maybe he would start to be victorious once again. But
no way. It was Teddy Goods for the cutter, as usual, taking a victory, and it's really pumping the crowd for the adrenaline for the rest of the night.
That stunner by Teddy Goods is probably one of the best in the business. Yeah, you call it a cutter, but it's almost as good as Stone Cold's, okay?
Or DDP.
On point, another, we was talking about trainers. What about, Teddy Goods' trainer, Spike Dudley, one of the best in the biz, and one of the top trainers of, wrestlers. I mean, look who you got. You got Teddy Goods. You got August Gray. You got Little Mean Kathleen. You got all sorts of superstars that have been trained by Spike Dudley that come out on top, on TV, and with gold around their waist. And, Teddy Goods is one of them. He's holding gold right now in other promotions in New England as we speak. And he'll be facing JT Dunn for that, or giving JT Dunn a title shot. But that's for a different show. But yes, it was Teddy Goods with the victory over BRG to open things up at Top Rope.
Are you ready to move on, Versace?
I sure am.
All right, so you got this match is one that has one of the newest wrestlers in the indie promotion, and you got a Top Rope flagship wrestler himself. You have Robo the Punjabi Lion versus Willy Willy.
You know, I like
O'Brien.
both of these guys. You know, right before the pandemic, I saw Swilly wrestle in NCW.
Swilly
I actually got a shirt. It says Swilly's World. I'm a huge Swilly fan. He's a great wrestler, you know. And
He didn't bring out the best of himself on Brockton, though, I'll have to admit.
No, he has an attitude change. He is a different person. Still a great wrestler, just different attitude. He's more badass than ever. But, you know, it was great to see him. And then, like you said, you have Robo, the Punjabi.
He
Lion.
owned his... It's like he studied Willie's tape, and he owned the moves. He reversed a hell of a lot of Swilly's moves.
Well, the guy's a genius when it comes to that. You know, he's a master technician in the ring. His mind is not like
His
ours.
athleticism
He
is
is
amazing.
smarter than everybody, you know, and he's like playing, that's why they're playing checkers. He's a great, great technical and, you know, athletic wrestler. You know, and Robo has just, you know, been eating it up, whether it's been on the tag division, you know, teaming up with Nico, with the Lion Dynasty, or singly, you know. He's been killing it, I think.
He's been killing it as a tag team and as a single. I think he's very ready to be on TV, but that's my opinion.
He was on TV. He was on AEW Dark or Elevation, one of the two. I call it the same thing. It's Dark. He's been on there a few times, I believe, actually. You know, he could be picked up. You might not see him much longer on the indie scene. He could go to any of these promotions, you know.
Could go to Impact easily. Ring of Honor.
He was actually, you know, if you want to talk about facts, he's actually AEW's first Indian wrestler.
Whoa. But he is better than a Great Khali for sure.
Oh, he is, but that's WWE. But in AEW, he's actually their first. And that'll be in the history books, folks, you know, and that's, you know, Punjabi the Robo Lion. You know, so kudos to him for that. He's killed it out there. Like I said, it's not a matter of when, it's a matter of, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When will you see him not on the indie scene and, you know, elsewhere for good? Because he's
with the
killing
big boot, he destroyed Swilly O'Brien for the 1, 2, 3, and it was all over.
It was.
So you got Teddy Goods and Robo winning back-to-back. The crowd was on fire by the third.
Oh my God, the crowd was so hot that night. You could even put it out with water. It was scorching.
So are you ready to move on? You got the next match. You got Matt Magnum versus, wait for Versace, wait for Love Duke.
You know, I want to say this first, right off the damn bat. I do not think the crowd appreciated Love Dog nearly as much as they should have.
Not at all. He was saying, "Love me."
Well, they should love him, you know. He's Love Doug, and everybody should love Doug.
He played a Journey song as his entrance, for crying out loud. That doesn't...
He is one of the most...
I don't know what is.
You know, I first started watching him on the road. And now he's in NCW. He's been out all around New England, just loving it up, chaotic everywhere. And you know what?
Whether it's Ava Everett or TJ Crawford, he's always looking for a lover.
He is. And you know what? It looks like him and Crawford are going to be tagging up around a little bit. So
whoa!
That is going to be exciting. You know I love tag teams. But yeah, you know, Love Doug is one of the greatest wrestlers that come out of the pandemic, I think. You know,
absolutely.
Right up there with, you know, Becca and, you know, all these other new talent that you see dominating New England right now. They really use the pandemic to their advantage during, you know, with their promos and the tape shows to really get the crowd to get behind them before they've had a live show.
But the Brockton crowd, didn't, even though he was from there, didn't really know much about him.
No, you know, they didn't. And, I mean, It was a shame. I was there for Love Doug, though.
Me
I
too.
love you, Doug.
We love you, Love Doug.
We love you at the
Here's
VSW.
the thing. I thought he had control. He missed a moonsault, and Mac punched him throughout, breaking his little heart. And you have the Feel the Love Bulldog, his own version of the running Bulldog. And it was still not enough for this man to get an upset victory as he tapped out to the ankle of Magnum.
It was sad sight. I didn't like seeing it. I hate seeing Love Doug lose. It breaks my heart every time.
I need to move on before I get my heart broken even more.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get on to the next match.
You got these guys. One of them I've seen for the first time. You have Cesar Leo versus Sweat Boy.
Actually, I haven't seen either one of these two before.
Sweat Boy was hilarious. You could tell he was so tired and worn out and quote unquote sweating.
Oh yeah, what a great gimmick! It really was. These guys really put on a show. I never seen them before, but
Flex 2.0 Cesar Leo was so afraid to touch the guy, and he still had a lot of control in this match.
Oh yeah, but like I said, I love seeing these new guys, that I've never seen before wrestle. I get to see new people. And this was one of those instances. Did any of them, really stick out to you, just say woof?
Not really. I just think Sweat Boy didn't have what it was a hilarious gimmick, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he had what it takes. Maybe if his next match at Top Rope, he'll get a lot better, but he kept running in to the middle rope, which really hurt his balls during the match, which allowed Flex 2.0 to get that spine buster.
Fucking the old ball trick. Fucking will get you every time.
And he had the reverse head slam. And boy,
I don't know why wrestlers don't wear cups. I just don't get it. I wore it in boxing.
I wore it when I played hockey, Versace.
You wear when they play hockey. You gotta wear them. Why don't the wrestlers wear the damn cup? You get hit.
The size of them.
Something will happen. Something will happen. But yeah, I don't know. I always find it funny. But the old ball trick will get you every time, and that middle rope is a doozy.
All right.
Let's move on.
Yes, we are. This was actually for the Top Rope Promotion Interstate title. You got their reigning defending champion, the Natural, Channing Thomas, versus the Greek Opa Man, Ilya Markopoulos.
What a matchup. What a great matchup. This dude was fired up.
And they got the fans involved when
the fans were going crazy
when they asked, "Should I kick his ass?"
Channing Thomas was hated all around. He
plenty
did
of
his
"you
job.
suck" chants.
That's what he wants. That's what he likes. And that he gets exactly what it is. Channing Thomas is one of today's best heels. If you want to break down K-pop, he's one of today's best heels out there. He can get the fans to hate him in a second just by smiling.
Ilya Markopoulos was a real great wrestler. Every time he was about to get a great move in, the crowd chanted, "Opa!
Opa!" The Greek was great. You don't see that gimmick much in wrestling. You don't see many Greek gimmicks at all. And this time we got to see one, like I said, and it was great to see.
He's basically a soccer player as a wrestler.
Pretty much, yeah. I got
European
that.
Soccer player.
When I hung out with friends in high school, they loved. A lot of them were Armenian, Greek, Turkish. And we would always talk soccer, and a lot of them liked the Greek soccer team. One of them was Besiktas, and a lot of these guys reminded me of him because just the way they would get wild about things, and he brought the excitement and the level and the enjoyment to it that you do see in soccer, because people do get wound up in soccer, just like they do in wrestling. My God, they do.
My God, I thought the Opa Man was going to keep punching. Thomas had the momentum till Channing Thomas grabbed the possum pin and grabbed the ropes for the win to retain the title.
Well, he is the natural and he is the champion, and by God, he won.
He ain't a natural loser to me, Versace.
He is not a loser in anything he does. He reminds me of actually Mr. Perfect, or Kurt Hennig. He is at that level of ability in the ring. He really is.
Are you ready to move on, Versace?
I am.
A funny thing to note, Versace, is this was the first ever show we've been to all year that actually had an intermission in the middle.
It
And
did.
boy, did I try to keep up with the Versace stoner.
Oh, yes, you did. We did some hits that night, and by God, I think after that, things got a little foggy for you, Disabled Wolf. Those dabs, well, they say one will do you. It certainly did.
Oh, I was howling in my head, all right, Versace.
You were howling the rest of the night. I don't know what matches you were watching. It could have been WrestleMania 3. You could have been down in the old Texas with Baca Bella, working with
Sydney
with
Bella.
Von Erich down in the territories. I don't know what you were doing after those hits.
I would
but
love
yes,
to have a signed 8x10 with that.
I have one with him in the Dancing Bear when he wrestled him in 82.
So you got a tag team match to start right off the hat. You got the team of the Red and Black Attack versus the team of the H2O Ryan Waters and Young Hollywood Collins.
These were another two new teams to me. They seem to really get the crowd going. You had the Red Attack, you had the other guys. They were really interactive with the crowd. They were talking with us, getting us.
H2O, man, and Young Hollywood weren't really cheered at all.
No, they were hated, but the other two were really into it.
There was a lot of slams, like Legion of Doom style movesets.
It was definitely, I would say, a powerhouse match, and they were powerhouse wrestlers.
They gave me the Viking Raiders and Bear County type of vibe.
Yep. Yeah, it did, definitely. And, these guys, I think, are going to go places in the future. I want to say that, they're kind of new on the scene from the training, and just everything. But I want to say, give it a couple of months. Let them get some more matches in. You're going to see more from these guys, all of them. They did a great, tremendous job. It was a very exciting tag match.
And you got them defeating one team, which isn't really a team anymore. I couldn't believe seeing the H2O hydrating man Ryan Waters walk out on his partner like that. And that allowed Young Hollywood to get tossed like a football in the ring.
That was a bullshit move by him. And that is not what tag team wrestling is all about. I hate seeing it, but that's one tag team that's not going to make it. And there's nothing that's going to bounce back. There's no way you can come back from when that trust is broken like that. The tag team is gone. They're just done. You're on your own now. It's singles or find a new tag team partner because you're done.
Absolutely. Are you ready to move on, Versace?
I sure am.
All right, so you got a women's match first of the night. You got Davion, not America's sweetheart, by the way, Versace, versus Little Mean Kathleen.
Speaking of, that great trainer, Spike Dudley and, Ted Goods and all of that, there we go again. Little Mean Kathleen really just coming on the scene and killing it. And this night, really, I saw a lot of Spike Dudley in her. I really did. I could see it in, the movesets. I could see it in the facial expressions. The early Spike Dudley of ECW. She was just going wild. You had Davian, not America's sweetheart.
Who was actually the heel in this promotion.
She was 100% heel. People hated her.
Some promotions she's beloved, some
she's loved, some she's hated. It all depends on what's going on.
She's one of Chaotic's longest reigning women's champions, Versace.
She is, but now, as you've seen, JT Dunn has slapped her around once again. And, now you got JT Dunn as champion.
But you got Little Mean Caffeine, who is beloved in Brockton.
She is loved everywhere she goes.
And with her mean kicks, the crowd was counting. They are so fast, those kicks to the bottom rope when the wrestler's laying down towards the top rope.
Oh, she is one of the best on the scene right now. Every match I've seen her in, she's getting better and better and better. She's another one that I saw at NCW right before the pandemic. And, she was one of the members of the original Scrunchy Squad on NCW. And, she's been doing something right now.
She's been doing really good ever since she got fooled to be a Platinum Honey by Anthony Green, now known as August Gray.
But when she grabbed that, Please Come Back, yeah. And then Oswald Project came in. I remember that match now. That was a good time. It seems so long ago.
I can't wait.
You know, on NCW, she took the title, you know, and I think she's ready to reveal it to Becca. There's something going on there with the scrunchy spot. But that was the first time I seen her back then. Now she's even better than ever, I think. You know, she's going to be going places. You're going to start to see gold around her waist within the year.
I can see Davey Ann getting called up, too.
Davey is already, you know, material that can be called up at any moment.
Great spear, clothesline.
Everything. She's one of the best in the business, no matter what promotion, no matter, you know, which style, whether she's hated, loved. She destroys the indie scene.
But she got fooled by Little Mean Kathleen.
She did, and Little Mean Kathleen
came out with the victory, Versace.
And the crowd went wild for Little Mean Kathleen, and it was a great day. What a victory for her. I was very happy for her to see her take that victory home in front of that crowd that was so, you know, happy for her and chanting her all night long.
Absolutely. And Little Mean Kathleen's kind of like the face of the Brockton female division.
She is. She really
Gets to really shine at top rope, her original.
She does.
Ryan Drew has done a great job with her.
He has. Ryan Drew does a great job with everyone.
And Robo and Nico, too.
Puts a real good show on every time you watch it. He takes a lot of pride in his shows. You can tell by the quality of them.
An old school vibe, too.
Definitely an old school vibe, but it is a good time.
Are you ready to move on to the main event?
I sure am.
You got, for the Top Rope Promotions Heavyweight Championship, you got the reigning, defending Nico Silva versus Congo.
You know, I was really impressed with Congo's maneuverability. He was a big wrestler, big guy.
Gave me that tugboat or earthquake vibe.
You don't see it often anymore. You just don't see it. The big guy is gone in wrestling. And this dude was, you know, as agile as...
The monster among men is gone, so what you expect?
But, I mean, this guy was just as agile as, like, Yokozuna in his prime. He was jumping off the ropes. He was bouncing off the ropes. He was bouncing left and right. He could move. He could wrestle. He was great. He was a great, great opponent for the champion, Nico Silva.
Nico Silva, him and Robo, they usually team in other promotions, but
the Lion Dynasty.
But those guys are fast, agile like lions. Like Nico can easily be on AEW just like Robo.
Oh yeah, he can.
The guy is amazing. He's another graduate of Spike Dudley's training.
Yes, he is.
Like, he really looked real good with all the spears, the jackhammers, and every move he laid on Congo's waist. You know, Congo tried all he could with the suplexes and tests his strength, but it wasn't good enough.
Nope, you have to have something bigger than the heart of a lion to beat Nico Silva, and not many or anyone does. And, you know, Nico shows how much of a champion he is each and every time he defends that title, and he came out victorious once again. What a great champion he is. You know, the people are behind him. You know, when he reminds me of, like, Simba at the end of Lion King every time
when he finally
wins.
Overthrows Scar.
Yeah, like, everybody's just cheering that he's home. That's how I feel every time he wins. It's great. Nico is great. You know, Punjabi Lion is great too. They're all great. You know, I was really enjoying this. It was my first time going to an actual top rope show.
Me too. And before we move on to that, Versace, if we're going to talk Lion King, we could have Bacabella and Love Dug beat Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh my God, that could be a sing-along I would love to see. But yeah, this was the first time going out there, and I was very impressed with it. It was a great show, and I had a great time. I can't wait to see more of it and what goes on within the year. You know, I know they have some shows coming up, so definitely follow Top Rope on all social media fronts, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You'll get all the latest information, ticket sales, when things are going on sale, when shows are, and all that. We do our best to get all the information out there, but sometimes we are not as fast. We'll never be as fast as the promotion themselves. So always check in with them for the official information, and definitely do so, because you're not going to want to miss a Top Rope show. I promise you that.
Especially then show in New Bedford or Fall River coming up.
You're going to have a lot of fun out there. Sidney Bacabella promised a good time. And
his tag team will be defending their titles, am I right?
I believe so. And, he always delivers on his promises.
Absolutely.
So definitely, like I said, check it out. Top Rope Wrestling.
It was a great show. My first ever time. I've been wanting to go for like 2 years now.
Oh, yeah.
I know we got down to Brockton and went.
We did. We met up with some friends out there. It was
really
great.
Bad weather, though, but
got to see my boy Mashup Wrestling.
Shout out to Mashup Wrestling for all the hard mix-up and videos he does for the indie wrestlers in New England. It will not go unnoticed. He does a fantastic
job,
job.
Mr. Mashup. Shout out to you. Like I said, we love your work. And we love seeing your shows, whether it be NCW or any of the other New England shows. And I know Top Rope is one of your home promotions, favorite promotions. And we love to see you there. And it was a great time. It really was. My God, what a great day for independent wrestling.
And that's all the time we have today, folks. So keep an eye out this week for our Limitless preview and recap of the Fortunes and Fame.
And we also have a recap coming of Enter the Dragon by Proving Ground.
Woo!
Versace Stoner out.
Disable out.